Hey, it's old, fat, gray Earl. Malt liquor. Cap goes in pocket because I'm not a savage. Malt liquor. Actually, it could go straight in the trash can. It's right there. I just want to do a short video, a tribute to Odeed, or not a tribute, maybe a remembrance, whatever. Odeed, I understand, passed away recently, and I was just thinking about him. I thought that I'll talk maybe some remembrances instead of what I'm thinking. I remember once, I didn't know, he didn't talk about a lot of personal stuff, but I remember, I think his parents had a farm or something. There was something where he was working on their farm, I think, with a crew, and he was the foreman, he organized it and whatnot, and he got paid, he got the money to pay everybody, and then he got a bonus. And then he took a part of his bonus and gave it to his crew leader. And he did not say to this guy, here's your bonus. It would be cool if you took some of your bonus and paid, you spread it around, like show some appreciation for the people that came out here and worked so hard. But he didn't tell the guy that. I think that in Odeed's mind, you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. And I think he hoped that the guy and thought the guy would do it, would take some of his own money and pass it on. I thought that was beautiful. I thought that was beautiful that he would show that kind of consideration, not only in being generous, but being generous in thinking that this person will do the right thing. So I thought that was really beautiful. I remember seeing him play music for the first time, doing his DJ stuff, and the joy on his face. I was like, I get that joy sometimes, and I don't have that. Like, I was envious almost, like in a good way. I was like, I admired that he had this hobby set up in his house, and he could touch that joy, whenever he wanted to, like if he needed it, he could just go in there and like throw something down and go crazy. And he did that sometimes in videos. Well, if you've seen his videos, sometimes he's doing a video and then he's like, you know what, and he'd play some music. He was an entertainer. It's the dishwasher. I gotta show you this dishwasher. I love it so much. This window cost me $100. So you could get this machine, or for $100 more, it could have a window. And I think I thought about it for about 5 seconds before I thought, I want a window. You could turn the light on, of course, so there's a light. It's actually the screensaver on my phone. Joy. The little joys in your house. Odeed, Halloween was a big thing for Odeed. He would put a Jason mask on, or not, is it Jason? Not Jason. It wasn't a hockey mask. I can't remember the name of the guy. He had that white face, and he wore like coveralls. Yeah, I think he attacked Jamie Lee Curtis. And he would stand, so like the kids would wait at his door and the parents, and there was a window alongside his door, and he would just stand there and wait till they noticed. I fucking loved it. I love that beautiful backyard he had. He and Wish would go out to his backyard and do a video. And he would be annoyed at that yapping dog. That dog would just yap all day. He couldn't go into his backyard because if he did, well, he did go in his backyard. But if he did go in the backyard, it was going to be the yapping. So I could see his feelings in his face. He would certainly be the type of guy that if he came to your house and said like, hey man, I wanted to talk to you about your dog, that it would come across in a really good way. So people need to bring their dogs in, man. Your dogs aren't happy. Your dog's lonely out there in the backyard. Wants to be with you. Odeed was like way more social than I could ever be. I saw him at parties. I think he performed. I don't know if he ever filmed any of his performances, but I seem to remember him talking about it. But I remember him having people over and celebrating and stuff like that, and fish to water. Like, he was so comfortable in that environment. I'd be so uncomfortable in that environment. So I admired that about him as well. And a lot of things about Odeed that I wish were things about me, you know? Other things. Oh, I talked to him once. I think I talked to him several times on Uvu. But I remember one particular time, because people used to give me a hard time, because it would not be unusual for me to upload 3 videos in one day. It wouldn't be unusual at all. And people would give me a hard time about it. I'm like, hey man, don't watch. It's okay. It's okay not to watch my videos. And I remember Odeed was talking about it, and he wanted to put something together, even if it was simple and casual. He was thinking about the people who were going to be watching it, which I mean, part of me gets that. I mean, I love a little bit of performance. I love being a performer myself, but it is for myself. If I'm going to get on a video, it's going to be based on something I've thought or felt, and I want to communicate it in some way. And Odeed was like talking about, just like, he's like, sometimes I want to make something that other people are just going to like, you know, and you know, kind of pace myself, kind of thing. Oh, remember? I don't know. So I don't remember this entirely. So I don't know all the details, but I think at one point in time, I was drinking a beer and I had like a big thing of potato chips, like one of those big bags, and I had the whole thing open, and I was just mowing down. And I think Odeed left some sort of comment on the the amount of chips I ate, and that maybe it's not the best thing for me. And then I think that week he pulled out a bag of chips and says, just tear off the corner and eat a reasonable amount. You know, he wasn't saying to me, he was saying it for everybody. And then he went to go open it, and like, he tore off the end, and then he went to like make the opening a little bit more, and the opening went all the way, it went, and so the whole thing opened, and he looked at it for a second and looked sad. In a sad voice, he said, well, now I've got to eat the whole thing. I died laughing. I mean, it's like, it felt like a private joke. Like, it might have had nothing to do with me at all, but like, I thought it was just delightful. I saw a lot of times when he was with other people, and I watched the kindness and the attentiveness that he had for other people. Yeah, I think that's all. I think that's what I wanted to say. Like, I didn't really think about this in advance. I just thought, like, at first I thought I'd tell you what I thought, and then I thought I'd just tell you what I remember. I remember a whole lot more, but those are the things that stand out as they kind of define him as a person, and as the kind of person that I admire, who has traits that I wish that were part of me. You know, his integrity, his joy, his passion for being supportive, and his creativity. And like, he felt that sense that he felt that he had found something special. Like, he communicated that a lot. Like, I've found something special, came out in a lot of different ways in his videos. I think I'll leave it at that. He was a special man.